Welcome back, people. It is episode 20 of season 6 of the Taxi Squad podcast. We got a fair amount of things to get into today. Before we do, like, follow, subscribe, share with a friend. We got strange and unusual topics about Dirty Diana and Mike back in the news renting boats. We have some NCAA football talk ahead of us as well. Welcome back. We got some MLB talk in the Wheel of Death, NBA playoff talk, NHL playoff talk, and an NFL schedule release a little too early.
Come on, everybody, celebrate. The Taxi Squad is here today. So lose the blues, kick back and relax for now. They talk about sports and stupid stuff. They're probably wrong and it might get rough. So welcome back, it's the Taxi Squad, yeah.
Vince!
Oh, hey there, bud.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Good, man. Spring's upon us. How are you, bud?
Oh, you know, it's getting hotter than your mother's oven, bud.
Mm-hmm.
It's hotter than you know what out here.
In the zona, yeah. Here, on the other hand, I was throwing frisbees and footballs around at the park this weekend. Oh,
nice.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, man. Typical Italian. What are you gonna do?
Anyway,
the best get out of any conversation, anyways. Yeah, dude, you go to California 2 weeks in a row, then you get back to the oven, as I stated. It's like I could look at California. It's perfect there all the time.
You're gonna move there at some point. I just feel it. You're gonna be surfing. You're gonna be longboarding around, skateboarding at skate park.
Hey, Vince, in the words of the Beach Boys, if everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody be surfing like California.
Like California.
You'll see them wearing their baggies.
That's like bottom
Archie
5.
Sandals, too.
Bottom 5 Beach Boy songs. Bottom 5.
Surfing USA. Hey, it's Americana, and you shut your mouth about it.
That's the problem. Americana sucks most of the time.
It depends. Depends on the era.
Like the freaking Plane movie.
What plane movie?
Whatever that Tom Cruise
Top
one
Gun?
is. Yeah, that's super Americana. That's bullshit.
Yeah, dude's back there in the Cold War. They play volleyball in jean shorts, but it's not gay at all.
It's super gay. Pass on all of it. Pass on all of it. I remember when that was coming out, people are like, go see Top Gun. I'm like, why? Is it a good movie?
It's all right. It's all
not
right.
that good
Hey,
to me.
you give middle-aged white women a reason to get a teaspoon. I mean, come on. Miles.
I get
Miles
it, but then
Teller.
it's like, oh, you're such a hater. And I'm like, I don't.
Listen, the first movie is just a Kenny Loggins album.
Yeah. The soundtrack's fine.
The soundtrack rocks.
And it's like, look at this badass American
Maverick's
going to do this. And you're like, Bleh.
Maverick is cool, dude. I mean, come on. And when Goose dies, that's like guy cry moments.
Yeah, I heard that happened. Don't know what that means.
You heard that? You've never seen the movie?
No, God, no. Why would I go see that?
How can you have an opinion if you've never seen the movie, Vince?
Because
that makes no sense.
I watched the first one and I was like, okay. And then the second one,
So
I was
you
like,
have seen the original Top Gun.
I've seen the first Top Gun.
That's the only one you need to see.
One time, and I was like, oh, that was bad. And then I moved on with my life.
It's an 80s movie. It's far-fetched and goofy, but I mean, come on.
Hey, supposedly 1986 was the year of movies, and I don't know. Didn't Pulp Fiction come out in the 80s or was it the 90s?
No, Pulp Fiction did not come out in the 80s. Pulp Fiction came out in the mid 95, 6.
Okay.
94?
I'm not a cinephile.
Oh, complete cinephile. There was Reservoir Dogs, and then there was Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
That's what got Quentin Tarantino the opportunity to get.
And now he's only allowed to do one more movie, right? According to his own prophecy.
He just creates things.
He made his own prophecy. He said one more movie, and you're like, why?
Nothing like code switching. I mean, the king of code switching, Quentin Tarantino.
Is he?
Oh, if anybody wants to laugh, just go watch the BET interview after Django with him and Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
And he's just like, so me and my man Jamie, you know, it wasn't supposed to be like that. And he like starts like code switching hardcore.
Quentin.
Quentin, the king of code switching. Brilliant director and writer.
Yes. Django Unchained's a hell of a movie. There's a good movie.
There's many. I mean, many of his films are fantastic.
I agree, but I'm just saying, if we're going to talk about Top Gun versus Django, it's like one of them cleans.
They're completely different movies. Listen, if you want to say Pearl Harbor is a shitty movie, that's a shitty movie. I do believe Top Gun, if it's a good watch, it's a solid watch. The OG is good.
Okay.
You know, they could have casted
it's
main,
America.
like,
you're allowed to have your own opinion, you know?
They could have casted the main blonde lady as like the love interest. She could have been far hotter. But I digress.
That would be an opinion about that movie. That would be an opinion. I'm looking
Meg
for
Ryan
drama.
would have been better off, right?
Okay. Who is the main female lead in Top Gun?
I don't know. Forget her name.
In Top Gun. Google.
Forgettable.
Kelly McGillis?
Yeah. Look at her now.
Charlie.
She looks better or looks worse than Mickey Rourke.
I mean, Mike, she's 70.
Well, I know, but like,
what do you want?
Look at Goldie Hawn. She looks great.
Yeah, some people do, some people don't. Nah, she's pretty. But also,
80s.
Tom Cruise is full of plastic, so that's why the comparison. You're like, what are we even doing here? So, whatever. This isn't a Top Gun episode, dude. Let's talk about infidelity.
I love infidelity. So we have an update,
but not yourself. You like talking about it.
I enjoy digging these things up. You know,
Jesus.
I'm really good at the drama factory of the internet, especially when it comes to horny sports people.
Oh yeah.
So over the past week, of course, the day after we dropped the podcast, or day of dropping the podcast last week, May 7th, there was new reports of a video showing Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini heading out for a boat day in Tennessee back in 2021, and they tried to keep it on the down low, so much so that the boating crew that they were going out with for the day asked, like, hey, we won't post anything. Can we just get some pictures? And Vrabel obliged. Well, we're also told that the staffers got a nice little lump sum of money to release the photos. And then not only that, but the records specifically showing that Vrabel and Rossini both signed the waiver to be on the boat with them that day.
What you neglect to mention was her being 7 months pregnant.
She was 7 months pregnant. And listen, unless Mike's kink might be Mike's kink, you know, who knows?
Yeah, he's a freak.
He may like to get up. He may like the pregnant lady thing,
or that was Mike's Mike,
or maybe that's Mike's Mike. So to add more insult to injury, all right. Diana Rossini's first child's name's Mike.
Mm-hmm.
There's also reports being floated around the internet right now. Allegedly, her husband, Kevin, asked for a paternity test, but that's all. Hearsay.
No, he didn't. The report was that he didn't, that he wasn't going to get one. Yeah, this is actually a story about forgiving more than anything, because Diana's out with her husband. They're smooching. They're back and good. Mike's out doing day 3 therapy, and his wife's still with him.
The only thing I could think about is that maybe these people are in open marriages.
Could be.
Maybe they're just
or they cheated and they got caught, and they don't want to just completely tear their whole marriage apart, so they're going to work through it. You know.
God bless them.
I wouldn't.
Right, you pray for them.
I'm not.
But I'm just. This is just the story. We keep coming back to it, but it's the story that just doesn't end.
I know. I think it's over now. I mean, what else are you going to get?
Comes out?
Like what? What's worse than private boats and making out on New Year's and private Sedona retreats and possibly the kid's his and all that stuff? All right, we're good. What else?
Do you foresee
there's not going to be P's and V's?
One more bombshell. Do you believe that? So like a video has to be like
right. That's the only thing that, or like a paternity test comes out. It's either the P stands for paternity.
Oh, all right. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah,
because the Patriots refuse to fire him. But if you're Vrabel at this point with so much noise around the team, it's so difficult to get back to a Super Bowl as it is.
I don't know. You're avoiding the, hey, does Drake May slump next year? Is their offensive line not good? The only story coming out is Mike Vrabel likes to get it. You know?
He's a horny little guy. Dirty Mike.
He's a horny big guy, Mike.
He is a big guy.
He's bigger than both
There's
us.
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big cat. Listen, you pray for him.
You do.
But this is just a story that doesn't end.
I agree.
It's a story that doesn't end.
It is what it is.
And other stories that doesn't end. Shout out to The Never-Ending Story, one of the worst 80s movies that ever existed.
Right next to Top Gun.
It could be. The Never-Ending Story. You actually might like it, though, because you like the fantastical bullshit. I can't get into it.
Ooh.
So, yeah, The Never-Ending Story. Everybody Google that one. It's a story about a boy who finds a book, and then there's like this dog dragon thing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 3.6. It's actually got it's got good reviews, actually. Oh, my God, and the guy that made the bomb was the narrator.
Yeah, there you go.
Alan Oppenheimer.
Yeah. No offense that you're thinking of a different guy.
Oh, the other Oppenheimer?
College football's back.
We do this thing on the show, Mike, that allows you to call in and interact with us.
Oh, we got a new one.
And it's called Air It Out. And if you want to do it, 312-725-2107, 312-725-2107, call in, give us your takes. We got a new one. We got a first-time caller here. So let's just rip into it, huh?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Alan Landcroft, crooner. This is my first time calling into the program, and I just wanted to just say hello and give a few words about my sports opinions about pretty much just want to say how bad it's got to be a Philadelphia fan this week. I'd say. I don't think any Chicago team has ever been swept twice in the same playoffs. Pretty shitty situation for them. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. I don't have too much knowledge on that. My expertise is crooning. I'm a great crooner. I perform at the local VFWs all the time. In fact, I'll leave you with a little something on my way out. All right, this is for the Taxi Squad boys, Mike and Vin. Love you guys. I'll say goodbye to love. No one's ever cared if I should live or die. Time and time again, the chance for love has passed me by, and all I know is how to... All right, that's about it, guys. I'll leave it at that. Thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure. Catch me at the local VFW performing for our nation's Braves. All right, thank you.
Alan.
Alan Landcroft. Thank you, crooner. Yeah,
you, Alan.
Dude. All he does is croon, dude. All the dude does.
He's a crooner.
He is.
Do you think he has the? Think he's got the little?
Oh, little poof 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 poof.
Little driving with the crooner, baby.
Maybe, dude. He might be. Yeah, he might be. He's very Sinatra-esque, if you will, with that voice, dude. Singing the Carpenters.
What song? Oh, was he singing the Carpenters?
I'll say goodbye to love.
No, see, I don't think crooning is the Carpenters. My brain
it's
goes
not,
Sinatra,
but you can croon into
Martin.
a Carpenter. Yeah, you can croon into a Carpenter song. You can croon Mr. Brightside if you want to. All you gotta do is be intimate and sentiment.
Have you seen this guy on the internet who does this? He's British.
I don't know.
Oh, I'll have to find it for next episode. And we'll go do a deep dive on this man's TikTok. He's this older British gentleman, and he sings like modern pop songs in a very croony way.
Ooh.
So very Alan-esque.
Very Alan
British.
Landcroft's crooner.
Yes, Alan Landcroft crooner. Alan does make a point, though. It's got to be tough to be a Philly fan right now.
Can't. Okay, so it was very fun for Philadelphia to beat the Celtics. The Flyers were a surprise. And then second round, no one expected either team to get as far as they did. It's got to suck, but also part of you's got to be like, hey, we made it further than we thought we were going to.
Well, the Knicks, though, they almost seem like they went through them too fast.
No.
It's my only concern.
They could use the time off. That's a spin zone. We'll talk about it in the NBA, but I like that for them. And I think they might be Eastern Conference favorites, if I'm personal.
We'll get into it.
Thank you, Alan. Call in if you have Alan. And air it out yourself. 312-725-2107. Miss you, Chicago Joe.
Absolutely miss Chicago Joe. We know Chicago Joe this week. We'll be looking for him next week. Okay. So, Vince, definitely thank you for the air it out. Appreciate you sharing that with the world. But college football's back in the news. And if you thought a 12-team playoff was enough, guess again. Because ACC coaches and athletic directors support a 24-team college football playoff expansion model. The ACC proposed this. They proposed
not
this.
The SEC, not the Big Ten, the ACC. Why do you think that is?
Talking practice. An ACC endorsement of the 2014 college football playoff would side with the Big Ten and Big 12 while putting major pressure on the SEC in future expansion talks.
So the Big Ten wants it.
They seem to be bought in. So all the major conferences are coming to the table, minus the SEC. The ACC wants to double the number of teams in the college football playoff. The conference's coaches and ADs voiced their unanimous support for expanding to 24 teams during a joint meeting Tuesday at conference's spring meetings outside of Jacksonville. The commissioner, Jim Phillips, was also in attendance for the meeting, sources told CBS Sports, and he addressed the idea of expansions with reporters on Wednesday morning. It's been very consistent in what I've indicated. When you're leaving the national championship contending teams out of playoffs, you don't have the right number, Phillips said. Interesting. Well, this would have gave your boys their way in, Vince.
I still like, what is the benefit? When does it stop feeling like a playoff? If you have 24 teams, like it's going to be way too long. They have the perfect amount of rounds. They have the perfect amount of teams right now. I don't care if Notre Dame gets in as the 13 seed. 24 is an entire conference making a playoff. What is the point of that? I think it's stupid. I don't think they should. They're going to expand it at some point, doubling the amount of teams. And I can see why the ACC would want that, because then they would have gotten 4 more teams. And it's all just a money grab. But at what point does it not even feel like a playoff? Like, you're going to be 24 teams. You're like, let's wait until there's 12, and then we can start talking about it. You know?
I feel like this is one conversation of many in years to come about this, because to your point, when is it enough?
Because at that point, just do 64 and make it like
number.
the NCAA tournament, but you can't because it's football.
Well, now the NCAA for the tournament proposed 76 teams.
Why? Again, why? You already got the little Cinderella ones in there. Who after that? You're like, I got to make sure.
Money.
At a community college makes it in next year. It's stupid. I know you want to be in the playoff, but expanding the playoff so you get into it is not a good way to do that. That's just a fact.
So, I mean, they're going to need more buy-in. The 12-team playoff will happen, and then from there, you wait and see. But to your point, this does just become very much, all right, at one point is enough. Now, granted, if you're a Notre Dame fan, you would have loved that because you would have been in this year.
Not really, though, again, because it's like...
You would have been in it, Vince.
I know, but 13... I get like the 14 teams if you want to add 2 more or whatever and give 2 buys. Double?
Yeah. Double.
What are you doing? You're going to put everybody that's ranked except for 1? And the problem with it, too, is there's still the 25th team's going to be like, what the hell? We got snubbed.
Think about it.
You're always going to have that.
Yeah, so there's always going to be one person left out. So what's the sweet spot? Is it 18?
I think it's 12.
Is it 14? We'll see. We'll know more this year. No, we're also going to know more about soon, Vince.
What?
We have talked about on this podcast before, you and your little Catholic soy boys not wanting to play.
That was
SoCal
you guys.
Trojans.
All we do is beat USC every single year. And yes, it was. And we talked about it in length. And now we're back on USC wanted to play him, but Notre Dame didn't want to. Notre Dame doesn't need USC. I'll make that clear. They don't need them. You got to be a better team if you're going to do that. But they're not anti-playing them. Call a spade, though. Don't be acting like, they're afraid of USC. When's the last time they lost to them? 4 years ago?
Let's talk about Notre Dame's football schedule this year, shall we?
Yeah.
Good.
Again, this is not going to prove the point of whatever you have to say anyway, because they beat them last year.
I understand they've beat them for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
3 years. Yeah,
Maybe
it's been
4.
a while.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's a long-term legacy game.
They should
and
have
it. Definitely helps Notre Dame more than it helps us because we actually have a schedule that supports a real.
And then you guys are afraid because you're like, we can't get another loss to Notre Dame like we're gonna every year. So we got to make sure we don't play them.
Talent pool.
We got to make sure
that
we play
not the Hanley School for the blind.
We got to make sure we play South Texas
schedule.
State. Like that's who you got to play. You don't want to play Notre Dame.
You're
always gonna phrase. Go ahead, but you're gonna phrase it in a way that is USC doesn't want to play Notre Dame because they want to lose every year. That's why they don't want to do it.
We still play. We show up and we play them hard.
I know, and they're like, we don't want to play. We don't want to play you anymore because we have to play U of I now. Shut up.
We wanted to play. For the record, Notre Dame backed out
because of the stipulations that USC was placing on it.
Well,
not because they were afraid of USC.
Now, how the turntables turn. Let's talk about Notre Dame schedule, shall we?
Okay, sure.
Week 1, Wisconsin.
Good. Big time matchup.
Week 2, Rice.
Oh, yeah.
Week 3, Michigan State.
Mm-hmm. Michigan State was a good football team last year. Keep going.
They tried hard, just like washing machines. Notre Dame versus Purdue. Week 4.
Penn State.
Notre Dame UNC.
Mm-hmm.
And Stanford, really going for it. BYU.
Oh, yeah.
Navy, Miami, then Boston College, SMU, and Syracuse.
Yep.
You play maybe 2 games all year that are worth the shit.
That's not true. You could say that. What's the point you're making, though?
What I'm saying is that if you add USC into your calendar, which you should,
I agree.
You were saying now that we're playing more Big Ten teams and more ranked teams or close to ranked teams.
I was going to say, we're playing Wisconsin. What's the difference?
There's a big difference, Vince.
Michigan State, what's the difference?
There's a difference.
Neither of them have a number next to them when they play in the same conference. So
Big Ten is becoming the creme de la creme of college football.
But if you're going to play Big Ten, play Indiana or
Michigan,
play Michigan,
Indiana,
play U of I when they're ranked. To play those teams, not the unranked ones. Adding USC isn't going to do anything.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Just for perspective, let's get USC schedule.
Again, this still isn't making a point. They're part of a conference.
Well, I'm just saying, you guys can cherry pick who you want. We really can't. We have to play.
And you didn't have to be in a conference, but you did.
I mean, money, Vince. Money.
Right, but your team's big enough where Notre Dame makes as much, if not more, money. And they don't have to share it with the rest of the conference.
They're an institution.
So is USC.
Yes and no. We were always a part of the Pac-10. Then we went to the Big Ten. Now it's the Big 24 or whatever it is.
It'd be like UConn. Dare to be different.
Okay. See, we do this thing at USC where we start with the layups. And then from here, it's just the last half of the season is just horrible. So you ready for this?
Yeah.
San Diego State, Fresno State, Louisiana Lafayette, Rutgers. First 4 games. The last half of the season, this is where it gets fun. Oregon, Washington, Penn State, Wisconsin, Ohio State, Indiana.
Okay. So that's 4 games that are tough. You should be Wisconsin, right?
4 games.
Washington's going to be pretty good.
Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State,
Penn State wasn't good by the end of the year last year.
Vince, they're going to be good. They have basically all of Iowa State's roster.
Brand new code. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. Again, how it stacked up last year and everybody said that the games are shitty. It's like BYU was what, 11th, 12th, 13th?
Yeah, they got that Bear kid as their quarterback.
Yeah, they were really good. Depends on the cookie crumbles. Michigan State, good team. Big Ten.
I'm just saying, it just doesn't put the calendar side by side. One's far more difficult than the other.
Far more.
Are you kidding?
I'm not.
We're playing the winner of the national championship.
Right.
We're playing Ohio State.
That lost their entire team. Ohio State's a harder matchup than that is. Your argument is we don't need you.
Dante Moore,
playoffs.
Dante Moore, Oregon.
Yeah, good team.
Come on.
I agree.
Very good team.
I agree. You said far more. I'd say it's a little harder, yeah. I'm just not like
you're gonna rage bait me and don't start.
No, I'm not. That's my honest opinion. It's just kind of like, okay. That's fine. It's just like if we lost to USC, there would be more cannon fodder to say they're afraid of them, but Notre Dame doesn't lose to USC, so it's kind of like whatever.
It'd be nice to see, Notre Dame get back to the table here, play some real opponents. It's good. It's good for you.
Adds more lore.
Why do you think you missed the playoffs last year?
We got 4 Big Ten matchups.
Why do you think you missed the playoffs?
Bad early year. Wait, they're playing a team, Notre Dame. I think they're pretty good. I think they might have went to the championship last year.
Who?
Oh yeah, Miami. They're playing Miami next year.
Okay.
Yeah. So like whatever.
One game.
Ohio State didn't get to the championship last year.
That's one game.
Oregon didn't even get there. You're playing Indiana. That's good. That was a good matchup, but it's just like, it's a wash, kind of, So if they,
I hope
I just say fine.
If USC is added to your calendar, that helps you in your journey to get back to the national championship.
Yeah, because you need easy wins. That's why. Rice is going to be a tough opponent. You might as well throw USC in there so they can play somebody easy.
Fuck you. Anyways, just letting everybody
CJ Carr Heisman, put it in now.
Let's talk about some baseball, shall we?
Let's do it.
So, Vince, the White Sox and the Cubs continue to be on a tear this baseball season. The Cubs, 7 of their last 3, or 7 of their last 10, which is impressive. The White Sox are 6 of their last 10.
Yeah.
So looking
for them,
promising.
Yeah, 6 and 4 and 10 for them. Come on.
Team ERA in the White Sox is under 3, which is in itself insane.
They're pitching their schnozzes off. Yeah.
And the hitting is starting to pop off.
Yep.
So we're slightly below a 500 team right now.
Season ends now. We're in the playoffs, bud.
Right. So this is a fun team. Once again, we've always said they're not going to be great. They're going to be fun. State of Chicago baseball right now. Great times. The Cubs have a series coming up with the Brewers. I believe it's this weekend or the following week.
Yep.
That's going to be a big one because the Brewers are starting to pep back
this
up
weekend.
in their step. Just trying to.
You know who the Cubs are playing this weekend?
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Sox.
I'll be there on Friday, bud.
Oh, you're going across town the game Friday?
Yes, sir. Friday night. Yes, sir.
You better be in full taxi squad gear. I don't want to hear any excuse.
I'm going to be in White Sox gear. Why would I be in taxi squad gear?
Because you gotta duly represent, Vince. So you gotta go like taxi squad sweater.
I think it's going to be like 70.
Oh. Night game, though, get a little chill.
Sox jersey, maybe taxi squad sweater, so I can be like, hey. But no.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm be decked out in Sox gear. It's finally time to, do a little tailgate before I do the whole thing. That's the plan. So
yeah, go to Turtles, get a little tuned up, get insulted. Because
every time I go to Turtles, I get a Jameson shot. So might have to do that again.
Yeah, it's the South Side. You got it. So this series this weekend is going to be good. And then they got 2 pretty tough series if you're the Cubs. So you go from the White Sox, who are playing great ball right now, and then you go to the Brewers right after that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is about to be a series.
Brewers are on their hypothetical tail. If the Brewers were to sweep them, they'd be tied. So you just got to make sure you keep your lead.
Absolutely, Vince. White Sox won a game last night in a walk-off where they beat the Royals. It was a lovely game. No Mooney bombs, but it's nice to see the rest of the team starting.
Wait, Mooney? Who are you talking about?
Munetake Murakami.
Munetake.
How else do you pronounce his name?
No,
Munetaka?
I'm just saying, according to Twitter, which they're correct, you got to learn how to say the guy's name.
It's not Twitter, it's Instagram and TikTok.
TikTok, excuse
me.
Okay,
to that, Mike got roasted over content that was posted over the past week.
Taka Murakami.
I don't know why everybody's so mad about it. It's Munetake Murakami.
You got to learn how to say it.
Well, they call it a Mooney bomb. At least that's what John Schriffen calls it, which I like.
I like that more.
Mooney bomb. Mooney bomb. But all right, I will pronounce it for all of the Twitter world, TikTok world, and Instagram world. Right. Munetake Murakami. There you go.
Good.
So I will refer to him that politely and that perfectly every time from now on. Otherwise, I will be roasted.
No shot. But yeah,
AKA the Southside Samurai.
Yep, that's it. Just do that.
Samurai. Chase Meadroth goes yard.
Mm-hmm.
Big one.
Dude, the Royals broadcast were like roasting Chase Meadroth, and then he just hits one right in their face. It was awesome. It was so awesome. Derek
Hill hits a walk-off.
Everybody will remember where they were on the Derek Hill game.
It reminds me of Romo was starting to rake.
After those 2 home runs. And guess who's playing right now in rehab starts?
Who?
Kyle Teal.
Ooh, we're going to get Teal back.
Welcome back soon, dude. Yeah. Which means we're going to be flushed with catchers, which is awesome.
So Chuck Garfien recently did a spot on ESPN 1000 radio.
Okay.
And Garfien stated that he has seen Teal around the facility because he had been traveling with the team during this injury bout. And he's been doing all baseball things, batting practice, all those things, all baseball-related activity, but catching. Good. So they're trying to bring him back slow because the last thing that they want.
Yeah, pop him in as a DH. He's got a freaking stick on him, so I'm happy with that.
Yo. Edgar Quiro got figured out clearly because he hasn't been able to hit the broadside of a barn. He was raking in spring training.
Well, maybe that's something to do with catchers. Because I don't know if you saw this, but Cal Raleigh, on a historic hitless streak, finally got consecutive hits yesterday and got a Gatorade shower because of it. Started this year completely
win?
Up. I would imagine so, based on the whimsy that was going on in the field. They beat them 10-2. So
who they beat?
They beat the Houston Astros, who are horrible this year.
Well, it's finally nice to see, but the Astros are always one of those teams that they come back around Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a doubt in my mind there. But once again, nice to see that the Sox are starting to peak a little bit at this time, and Chicago baseball is a lot of fun.
There he is. Cal Raleigh took a shower with his entire uniform on yesterday. Tonight he broke out for an 0-38 slump with hits in consecutive at-bats. Pressure.
Could be a catching thing, Vince, to your point. Sometimes these guys do go on a little bit of a cold streak, one might say.
Catchers aren't the best hitters.
Did you see more White Sox news coming out the past week, Vince?
Nope.
Braden Montgomery got pushed to AAA Charlotte.
Yeah, he just has been for 2 weeks.
Okay.
I said that. I said Big Hoss 2 weeks ago. I was like, Big Hoss is in AAA. And then we talked about how he was hating on the White Sox on Twitter on accident. So,
well, he's raking in AAA right now.
Yeah, it's a new dawn.
Basically 300 right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I told everybody on this podcast, by the time the All-Star break hits, he should be on the team.
I would like to see it.
If the pitching can keep up and we start getting guys in the fold, the talent here will be good enough, I believe, to compete in the Central, at least for a wild card spot.
I agree.
don't want to get
They won't be sad. They won't be sad because it's been sad for the last couple of years.
Chuck Garfien said, to bring to your point on a recent interview, anybody listening who doesn't know who Chuck Garfien is, just like Chicago White Sox reporting legend, journalism
forever.
legend for the Sox. Literally for the past 25, 30 years.
Yep.
essentially said the rebuild's over.
He, for also the people don't know, he is overtly optimistic even when he shouldn't be. So I want to make that clear too.
Do you believe that the rebuild's over?
No, you still need to wait for the guys to come up. The rebuild doesn't end. They're still going to be looking for pieces. If anything, it's like, don't just stop rebuilding. But no, I think too, they need to. I think I said this last week when we were talking about trading guys. It's like, keep the guys that are good and see if they're good. I think we were talking about Davis Martin. It's like, do you trade him at the deadline? I'm like, no, he's good.
He's 26 years old. You got control of him to like 2030 or some shit.
Yep, keep him.
You might as well just keep
That's
him.
what I'm saying. So yeah, but I mean, I'd like to think that it's at least fun to watch now. They might actually be kind of good. They might not be bad, but fun. They might be kind of good, but fun.
I'll take kind of good, but fun all the time.
As
opposed to really bad and sad.
And sad, yeah. Who needs it?
Correct.
Who needs it? Max Fried?
So, in other news, yes, Max Fried is out currently with a sore elbow and scheduled for an imaging of a diagnosis in his left throwing elbow.
Sounds like the Cubs.
Yeah, could be a little bit of a Cub injury kick here for the Yankees, who are currently sitting in second place in the AL East.
Which is crazy because they went on a tear in the beginning of the year.
Leave it to the Rays. They had a down year. They're right back on top.
Yep.
And the Orioles, regardless of signing a absolute hammer of first base at Pete Alonso, they continue to fall off the
absolute
track.
Hammer on Pete. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, you can be 20-24 and still do something at the end of the year. You know, we'll see what happens. But 12-12 at home, 5-5. They're just the kings and lords of going 500 right now. So keep it moving. Keep it moving, boys.
Fried so far on the season, 4-3 record, 3.21 ERA, 50 strikeouts, and a 1.01.
Where I'm from, we call that okay.
Okay is right. Now, there's other news surrounding the Yankees. A lot of people are saying Jazz Chisholm doesn't fit the roster anymore.
Chisholm? Why?
Just Chisholm. A lot of people are saying he doesn't necessarily fit the roster and he could be on the move at the trade deadline. Vince, your thoughts?
Why? Why doesn't he fit the roster? Don't you just want good players?
A lot of people are saying maybe you make room for Volpe and the rest of that whole team, even though Volpe just got optioned to AAA. I don't get the thought
I was going to say
process,
Volpe is supposed to be good, but if he's not, you kind of got to give up at some point. Jazz Chisholm this year hitting not well. That's probably why. He's been bad. 4 homers, 200 batting average, 280 OBP.
A lot of people are saying, do you get off of him now? It's a contract year. Chances are he's not going to re-sign with the Yankees. What do? Do you get something for him as opposed to get nothing for him and hope
that's usually the move?
Out?
That's usually the move. He's been really bad. He's played 42 games this year and he's hitting 200. He can't be doing that. Come on, Jizz.
Jazz, Vince. Jazz.
Oh, Jizz Chisholm. All right. Back to our favorite time on Earth.
Wait, what is it, Vince? What's the time for?
The MLB Wheel of Teams.
The MLB Wheel of Death. Let's go. Hit the button.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
Ooh, this is a good one, Mike. Who was just in San Diego? San Diego Padres. I have a friend that was just in San Diego.
What's that?
I have a friend that was just in San Diego.
Who's your friend?
You.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
How's Petco?
Petco is one of the most beautiful baseball parks I've ever been to in my life. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Okay.
Great hospitality.
So great hospitality. People are nice. People are chill. It's California nice. People are doing their things. It's one of these situations where they do pay attention and know a lot about baseball. If you're a wine lover, okay, I would also recommend going. Vince, they have a Bell Gloss, which is a very large California wine producer. They have like its own little pop-up within the stadium. I just shared the pictures with you. You can post them for the rest of the world to see for our YouTube watchers. So Bell Gloss is one of the very big wine producers.
Oh, I know this
California.
brand.
Yes, Dairyman and Clark and Telephone, all those things. So very cool that they have a wine stand in the middle of the ballpark and they have an entire like spritz menu. So if you want to drink like a rich white woman, you can, which I think is kind of cool. Pretty neat, right?
What is it? $17 a pop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, trash.
Beers are like $18. So it's like right on par with getting a beer. Yeah, absolutely. You are in California. Don't forget that. And then show the stadium, of course. Sent that pic as well. I was right above home plate. Had a beautiful bird's eye view.
Oh, yeah. For the love of God.
They played the Cardinals, which was a very good game. Went night one, which was a Thursday night. Absolute beauty.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The weather's spotless. It's just a great time. Busy ballpark. A lot of people are there to support their Pods or Padres.
Well, the San Diego Fathers have a lot to cheer about right now.
Why is that, Vince?
24-17. That's good enough to give you the top of the NL West, which is an illustrious spot in the MLB because the Dodgers play in that division.
They do, Vince, which, they did drop their first two to the Cardinals. And the Cardinals actually played some good ball. That first game was really just a pitcher's duel. But the Padres right now, granted, they're a half game in first place. And the Dodgers just dropped 2 in a row to the Giants. So you never count the Giants out. The Giants could be destined for rebuilding mode.
I want to say they're bad. If the Orioles are bad, the Giants are bad.
The Padres go to Milwaukee, so they're closer to you than ever, Vince. And the one thing I'll say,
except for the first week of the season.
Yeah, they're a split series. So the Cardinals was a 4-game set. They played Thursday to Sunday, and they split that series with them. Now, no Mason Miller sightings, but I was there for Mason Miller bobblehead night, which was pretty sick.
Mason Miller's so good. He's so good, dude. He's so good.
He's the only relief pitcher in all of baseball to be considered for a Cy Young.
And he's pitching that way, to be honest. Like that was a great pickup by them, to be honest, because they need all the help they can get when they're going against the freaking giants of the Dodgers. Pun intended, I guess, there, because the Giants are in their division as well. As far as how their team is playing, when I was watching them when they played the White Sox, and I knew this, but I don't watch all the Padres games. They have a team full of names that minus like 3 guys. You're watching them walk up there, you're like Ty France. Like, you think guys that you don't see as Padres, you think of them on different teams. Ty France, Mariners, in my head. Xander Bogaerts, Red Sox. Machado, Orioles. Laureano, Athletics. Andujar, Yankees. Tatis, for me, White Sox. Gavin Sheets, White Sox. It's just the guys that, are they San Diego royalty? Probably Machado and Tatis at this point, but it's just hey, if these guys are playing well, they're playing well. And to be fair, a lot of them are, with the exception of Freddie Furman, who plays behind the dish for him.
I will say this. You could plug and play Fernando Tatis at any position you want on the ballpark, and he'll play well. Minus catcher.
Except for shortstop. That's why they moved him.
No. So there was a lot of fan lore around the hatred of Xander Bogaerts. And the reason I bring this up is because I was sitting next to a lifelong Padre fan, season ticket holder.
Okay.
And I started talking to him about this team.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm a White Sox fan. This is very sad for me, just so you understand. He's like, oh, what part of Chicago are you from? I want to go to Wrigley. I want to go to the South Side in Mortgage Park and do all those things. And we started talking about baseball. I was like, why don't Xander and Tatis flip each night? It would be perfect. You could put Tatis at second or Xander at second and just flop them.
Yeah.
Just pick your poison. He basically stated that Xander Bogaerts refuses to play any other position but shortstop. So Xander Bogaerts not necessarily the biggest team player.
But also Tatis has been playing right for 2 years now. Because of that, I guess.
Yeah, but he was nails at shortstop when he played there. He was making.
They moved him to center after a while because he wasn't playing that well. He wasn't great at short. He wasn't great at short.
He made some because he's a freak athlete. He could just make plays.
He did the Ellie De La Cruz. He would make awesome plays, but he would also make boneheaded plays.
Correct. And I feel like as a rookie, that was something that is kind of normal considering. Yeah. Right.
But I mean, at this point, he's in he's in the middle of his career. Put him in there again, see what happens. But I mean, if you're going to field a team, this is a hell of a team, obviously.
To go to Mason Miller, his regular season has 18 innings pitched. He has a total of 38 strikeouts and is 12 for 12 in his save attempts.
Hey, he's going to have like 40 by the end of the year.
The man is maybe the best closer in the game today.
Under 1 ERA. He is. So I don't think there's really a question. And both of the two best closers are within 40 miles of each other. I don't know how far San Diego is from LA, but that's my estimation.
Well, it's insane. It truly is insane. But Petco was a beautiful ballpark. It was nice to be boots on the ground, see it for ourselves. Very nice that we got to see it. San Diego, tough division. Either they're getting a wild card this year or
they win the whole thing. Why not?
You think they win the whole division?
They could. I don't think they will, but why not? That's what you got to root for. Now, do you know who the two leading WAR leaders are on this team without looking at it?
I'm going to say Machado and give me Machado and Jackson Merrill.
You'd think, right? You think their skill is based in hitting, you'd imagine. They lose Cease. They don't have old Pirates guy. Jog my memory. Beard, old Pirates guy. Come on.
Beard, old Pirates guy.
Come on. He was like up for a Cy Young like 2 years ago on the Padres. Either way. Their number 1 and 2 WAR leaders, Michael King and Randy Vasquez. Both starting pitchers for them right now. Michael King at a 2.76 in his 8 games started. Randy Vasquez is at a 3.05 in his 8 games started. They also have Walker Buehler, don't you forget. He's no longer a Dodger or a Red Sox. And then Matt Waldron, Nick Pivetta to round that out. My God, why can't I think of that guy's name? I need to know. This is going to drive me bonkers. Where is he? I'll figure it out.
Vince, you let me know when you get back to that. I wasn't clear that the pitchers were the WAR leaders for this team.
They are.
Wins above replacement for all of you non-baseball knowing fans, which is essentially just showing if you're good or not.
Is Yu Darvish on the Padres still?
I don't believe so.
I was thinking of Joe Musgrove, Mike.
Oh, there you go. I would not know that name off the top of my head, Vince.
Oh, Joe Musgrove. So good. But he hasn't pitched in 2 years. Is he done?
Well, very well could be. Now, I do believe that the Padres, at this point, when is their series with the Dodgers? A week. So starting on May 18th, that's going to be the battle for that division. And it's a home series. Dodgers Padres at home, 18th through the 20th. Book it. Where's Yu Darvish? They have a lot of tough AL West teams as well. You look at the Mariners and Padres coming up here, the 16th through the it's just a quick 3-game set, 15th through the 17th.
Yeah, AL, NL. They're not going to do 4-game sets.
Correct. It's going to be a fun year, Vince. Going to be a fun year of baseball. I'm looking forward to it. But Padres.
Padres are going to make the playoffs. We'll see if they can win the division. It's going to be tough for them.
I think they're going to be a wild card team if push comes to shove, but that's just my humble opinion. Right. I would also like to say, considering Padres news, this does remind me of a sad story that is kind of unfortunate and could also be considered strange and unusual if I'm going to bring this up. So, Padres catching prospect Luis Campusano was arrested in October. No. Here we go. So, Pitching prospect Humberto Cruz pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor charge of transporting undocumented immigrants.
Oh, boy.
San Diego Union Tribune reports 19-year-old pitcher was arrested by Border Patrol officers on October 28th last year near the town of Lukeville, Arizona. According to complaint, Cruz told agents he responded to a social media and offering easy money for driving people entering the U.S. and that he expected to be paid $1,000 per person.
Damn.
Cruz is the Padres' number 5 prospect before his arrest, according to MLB Pipeline. It was placed on a restricted list in March. He had been recovering from Tommy John last August in the Padres spring training facility in Peoria, Arizona at the time of his arrest. His lengthy statement through the Padres apologizing for a recent lapse in judgment was caused disappointment. He's 19. He's got a lot to
He can
prove,
come back from that, but
crazy.
Damn. Yeah, that sucks.
Moving people across the border.
Why not?
Where is Lukeville, Arizona?
I don't know.
That's my next.
It's got to be near Luke. It's got to be near Luke or south.
Lukeville, Arizona. This is going to be opened in maps. Let's get a little peek of this. Let's get a look. Oh, yeah. Right on the border.
Yep.
Right on the border near Tucson, as some might call it, or refer
Tucson.
to it, a.k.a. Tucson, which sucks, by the way. To all of you ever wanting to say, hey, I hear Tucson's nice. It's not.
I'm going to Tucson later this year.
What's Tucson?
It's like Tucson, but one more.
Exactly.
Thank you, everybody.
See you soon.
Hold on. Actually,
all right, Vince.
Thanks.
Vince, the NBA playoffs are in full effect.
It's awesome. It's fun. This is very different than what we had last one. We went 7 games on 4 series in the last round, and this round we are sweeps or ties. Starting off the bat, 2 teams that... Let's talk about the one we already talked about, the 76ers. They blew their load against the Celtics. I think that's just all that was. It was like...
That was it? They just blew a load?
They're coming in. Embiid played more minutes than he probably should have based on his injury, but when is he ever going to be healthy? Who knows? So he comes in anyway and, balls, and then he can't play the whole series against the Knicks. And meanwhile, whatever that issue was with the Knicks at the beginning of round 1 seems to be fixed. They, I believe now, are my Eastern Conference favorites, and they seem to be playing like a cohesive unit again. Now, granted, if the Sixers don't play well, they can play pretty poorly, like we've seen a lot in this year. So maybe it's just like a 1-for-1 swap here, but who knows? I like the Knicks and the Sixers. Congrats, you beat the Celtics. That's kind of what I take from that.
So I don't know if the Knicks are crowned the creme de la creme of the East yet.
Versus
because
who?
The Knicks, I have a very funny feeling Detroit is going to pull out this series against the Cavs. They play tonight, which is Wednesday night, and we'll know more tomorrow. So I have a funny prediction that by the end of tonight, the Pistons lead the series 3-2 going into Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That's my sneaky little suspicion.
I can see it.
Pistons are at home at the Little Caesars Dome, which I've been close to. If anybody's ever in that general area, 10 out of 10 recommend. Go to the Grey Ghost. The place
fun.
Rocked.
Yep.
Fun. Now, I will say that the Pistons seem to be in a position at home tonight to go up on the series. Then you bring it back to Cleveland.
And then Cleveland wins because that whole series is going to be winner at home, winner at home, winner at home, winner at home, winner at home.
Unless James Harden turns into James Harden, which is very plausible.
James Harden did turn into James Harden. Oh, you're saying the opposite. You're saying James Harden turns into...
Game 6 James Harden, not Game 2, Game 3 James Harden.
To be fair, Monday night was Donovan Mitchell just going absolutely ape shit. And he did that with pure excellence, it felt like. Cavs come out and they win 112-103 to tie the series at 2, which is where we sit right now. I think the Cavs are good, but 2 big men, not enough ball down there. They got to get more. I don't like their roster construction more than the Pistons. I just think when I look at anybody now that the Knicks get some time to rest, who's going to be able to come out and defend the Knicks and all of their glory outside of Ausar Thompson? On the other hand, it's like Cade Cunningham's the best player left in the Eastern Conference. I think there's no question about that. Jalen Brunson's going to 1-for-1 him a little bit. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns has the ability to be the best player in the entire matchup. Like there's more star power on the Knicks. And we know from past, star power helps a lot in the NBA playoffs.
It would just be really neat to see a Pistons-Knicks conference finals. It would truly be like the OG of OG basketball lore for the Eastern Conference. Yep. Where on the opposite side of the fence, where you look at the Western Conference right now, there's kind of like some new age teams.
Thunder where if we're jumping so new age.
Thunder Timberwolves would be quite new age. Spurs have won it a handful of times.
They've been around forever.
Correct. So when you look at that, there's some things here. Okay. Wemby goes out in game 3, or was it game 4 against
heavy blow, heavy elbow, dude.
Heavy elbow, which I still think is garbage.
Right to Nasri's noggin. He did hit him pretty hard, and you were like, "Oh shit!" But I think it was
kind of grown men playing a sport.
I agree, but I think it was dealt with exactly the way that it should have been, and he shouldn't have had any like extra NBA retaliation, ejecting him for a game. I think after that happens, you're like, "Hey, you can't elbow people in the face. Get out of here. See you next game."
Here's a fun perspective question.
Give him a tech. It's a tech. It is a tech.
Do you believe if Wemby elbows LeBron in the head, then he's suspended for more than one game?
No,
because
I believe who's more valuable than the league?
I understand it, but the Lakers and LeBron.
Right, and LeBron, but that's all hypothetical. That's all hypothetical.
Just saying.
Wemby's just as valuable as LeBron is right now. So why would they get rid of Wemby? Like, some people would rather watch him than LeBron. We've gotten that for the past fucking 22 years.
Well, and to kind of lead into my next point segue, man, the Lakers just did not have the horses, and LeBron, especially in Game 4, was non-existent.
This is a no shit, Sherlock. I kind of felt that way. It was like,
thanks.
No, I'm just saying in general, because everybody's just like, oh my god, the Lakers got swept. Yeah, man. There's the fucking Thunder. And he had an interview with LeBron, and they were like, "What do you do to combat this?" And he's like, You guys are acting like this isn't the best team we've seen in like 23 years. Like, this is the best team that the NBA's had since like Shaq and Kobe. Like, they're so good. They're unbelievably good. So much so that you watch the first half of the game, you're like, wow, the Lakers are really in this. Like, that means the Thunder aren't trying that hard, because the second half of every single game, the first game of the series, the Lakers shot 50, 40, 90, and the Thunder won by 18. How are you supposed to beat them?
One guy I want to talk about is AJ Mitchell.
Oh, yeah.
33 minutes.
I know.
28 points, was unconscious half the game. Just, he couldn't miss. He could not miss.
The Thunder can find talent and make them good. One, AJ Mitchell is a talent. He was a talent coming into the draft. He was a talent leaving it, and they made him good. The Thunder right now have 2 lottery picks that they can't even play. They don't even have room for them on their roster right now. Like, it's unbelievable. And then they got another one upcoming. Not as high as they wanted it to be, but thank God, to be honest. It's just that. It's the Lakers will stay in it for half a game, and then the Thunder will be like, oh, we have Lou Dort, and we have AJ Mitchell, and obviously we have Shea, and we have Caruso. And, oh yeah, remember Chet was top 3? Like, what are you going to do? Hartenstein coming in there, you're like, okay, fine, have another enforcer in there. They have way too many guys. I didn't even mention either Jalen Williams. Like, their team is stacked. They're gonna beat everybody. And then you got LeBron and Austin Reeves and the rest of them. Rui Hachimura. Okay, there's not even a combo to connect with half the team. Doesn't work.
You brought it up. The Thunder didn't even have one of their best players, and they're still sweeping teams.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. It's like, if Jalen Williams, who was their best player after Shea last year when they won the championship, if he sucks, it doesn't matter. Because you have AJ Mitchell scoring 28 and 33 minutes. And next year, they're probably going to trade AJ Mitchell and prolong this fucking experiment that they have forever, because they have too many guys.
They have too many guys, and it's just too good, and they're going to be capable of paying everybody. And I don't think that the management of the Thunder is going to let what happened, almost a decade ago of losing Harden, KD, and Westbrook ever happen again. Yeah. They're going to keep their core three intact. Chet's a dog. I think Isaiah Hartenstein doesn't get enough of his roses and what he does in the paint. Yeah. Guy's just an absolute glass eater. And
but what a guy to have. Yeah. What a guy to have to come out and just be like, oh, yeah, you're not scoring in the paint at all. And they're long and they're so good. They're going to win again. It's just obvious. It's me soon.
What does DeAndre Ayton do other than just take up space? I don't know what he does.
Never forget, first overall pick before Luka and Trae Young.
He takes up space.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. I know. It's very apparent. He just doesn't.
In the first round, at the beginning of the first round, you're like, oh, DeAndre Ayton finally finding his move. And he went to the finals with the Suns. And you're like, oh, shit. It's just he's not. He is exactly who we think he is now. He's exactly who he thinks he is. And it's okay. And he's going to get you 10 rebounds. And he might score 10 points. He's not a difference maker. He just isn't a difference maker anymore.
He doesn't seem to care. You got LeBron giving him like a side eye the entire series. It's just like, dude, what are you doing? And
LeBron's yelling at his own kids, being like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Yeah, Bronny James is playing. That's how little guys they have on the Lakers right now. It's Austin Reeves, LeBron, and his son.
Bronny didn't log any minutes on if it was on Tuesday night. He did.
He did it on Tuesday because it was like this is
pointless.
We gotta find a way to win somehow. And even you and I were texting, you're like, Lakers are in this. I'm like, could be a gentleman's sweep. No, I shouldn't even have said that. That's stupid.
What is exactly a gentleman's sweep, Vince?
It's going 3-0. The losing team wins one more, and then they put them out of their misery in game 5.
It's a sweep, but
here, buddy, have one. And then, all right, back to regular schedule program.
Thunder weren't going to go away easy. Now, I will say this. The Timberwolves and Spurs series has been a lot of fun to watch. I don't know if you saw Anthony Edwards before the game wasn't out for the national anthem or wasn't up for the tip.
No.
And they asked him, why weren't you out for the tip, Anthony? He's like, I was taking a shit.
I love him. He's my favorite player in the NBA. He's so fun to watch. It's all of his reactions are fun. It was like when he tweeted Sophie Cunningham. You ever see that one?
No.
Happy Mother's Day. I'm not a mother. I can change that.
That guy is the king of absolutely just not pulling out and then just paying child support up.
Yep.
I think he's done it with like 3 women.
He has. He's done it a lot. I don't know the exact count, but he's done it a lot. The story on this series is they're trying to piss off Wemby, and he's getting a little pissed off, but that's not good for them because he's still efficient and amazing and 7'4". So and he could shoot the 3 and he can play in the paint. Some of these dunks, you're just like, he's a cyborg. The Timberwolves, on the other hand, still have their injuries. Ant's clearly not 100%, and he is gassing. And Julius Randle's good, but he's not going to be able to lead him over the Spurs. This was last night. They did some minute restriction stuff going on with the Timberwolves, and I don't by any means think it's over. But to lose by almost 30 points in a playoff game has to be fucking demoralizing. They go back to Minnesota on Friday. If they win that, I don't think they win a game 7. I think the conference finals is exactly what we expected halfway through the year. Truly.
Vince, that's the problem, I think, with the NBA currently.
Not last year, not the year before, though. It wasn't like...
True.
Obviously, the Thunder won, but some surprising teams happen. Remember when the Hawks made it that far and the Trailblazers? It happens. It's just this year, Timberwolves and the Spurs are so good.
Well, I kind of predicted it early, at least for the Western Conference Finals. I really didn't have a clue. I knew the Pistons would get far, but they would dealt with some last minute injuries.
Yeah,
and the Thunder right now are just. I don't see anybody beating them for years to come.
It's hard to see. They just
play at a different speed, and that team is so well coached, and they're so on the same page. Everybody knows where to be. They're playing well. They've seen it before. Now it's. Okay, they're about to go on a run.
You just can't beat the Thunder at Thunder basketball. The only team that could beat them is the Spurs because the Spurs play a different type of game. And they
the Spurs season record
shows
that, but then again, the playoffs are a completely different game.
Yep.
Playoff basketball is a lot of fun to watch.
It is.
Predictions.
Yep.
Eastern Conference Finals, Vince, who do you got?
It's going to be Pistons and Knicks.
Okay, so we agree on that. Western?
And then I want it to be the Timberwolves, but it won't be. Spurs and Thunder.
So we got a banger of a conference final on each, which I like.
Then the Knicks win, and the Thunder win, and then the Thunder win.
I think that's the easiest way we could play this.
Yeah. It's Thunder Knicks. Thunder beat them in maybe 5 games, and they win another fucking championship. That's how it feels.
Totally. I foresee the prophecy. There's no doubt there.
Yeah.
Well, time will tell on the basketball.
Time shall tell.
Let's talk a little puck, shall we?
First off, we had 2 deaths on the same day in the NBA.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about morbid shit. Yeah.
First openly gay player in the NBA, Jason Collins, dies of brain cancer. A lot of tributes going out there saying he was the fucking man. Jason Kidd played with him. And Jason Collins played so long in his career that he also played for him as a coach for the Nets. So that was pretty cool. Supposedly he was just a hell of a guy, consummate teammate, not the best player in the world, but just a consummate teammate. And he stayed in kind of the Taj Gibson role, or like who was on the Heat? Why can't I remember him? Udonis Haslem just stays on the team forever, and he just leads the team the way that he does. But yeah, that was at 47, getting brain cancer and dying. That's a sad way to go.
It's incredibly sad. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Do you think he was more of a Vito? Or do you think he was more of a Big Don?
Isn't Big Don for the Eagles?
No. Who's never mind.
Daddy DeMarco?
Daddy DeMarco. You think he's more Daddy DeMarco, or you think he's more
I would.
You think he's more Vito from The Sopranos?
I wouldn't even begin to consider what it would be, to be honest. I don't know.
Come on, Vince, you got to pick one.
I don't know. What, leather? I don't think he was leather clad. I think he was just a normal fellow that liked dudes, to be honest. He seems kind of like a dad type his whole career. He's very calm and
totally.
Yeah.
You're dodging this one, but all right.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. There's not 2 types. It's like saying, "Oh, Mike, do you like blonde women or do you like Mexican women?" It's like, what about the rest of them?
Considering my track record, blonde.
Right? Sure, yeah. But I'm just saying in general, like that's an insane way to negate everybody else out there, you know?
No, I'm not negating. Vince, it was a question, okay?
Okay, and I answered it.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Now the other one is far more sad.
Yeah.
The other one's far more sad.
Current Grizzly player, Brandon Clark, who's been out, he died of an apparent overdose, but they're still looking into it under an autopsy. Same day. He's a pretty good player. I just that was just so what? How?
A lot of people saying he was going through an injury and he wasn't on the team and he had some personal issues. He was arrested. You know, there's a lot of things here that I don't think we know what was going on behind the scenes with, and it's tough.
Sad, man.
Right? It's like almost it's like Len Bias sad. Like Len Bias was supposed to be. I mean, granted, Len Bias was supposed to be like Michael Jordan, but Len Bias winds up being dead at his college. So.
OD'd after he was drafted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Signed a major deal with Adidas. Was going to be like the next guy for the Celtics. And then it never happened.
Yep. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine is, in fact, a hell of a drug.
Speaking of 2, I almost forgot about this. NBA lottery happened.
Oh.
Good stuff. This is justice for bad teams finally getting good draft picks instead of the fucking Mavericks getting the first pick for no reason. We talked about the idiocy of the idea for the new lottery to stop all the tanking. The Wizards get 1. They're going to pick AJ DeBanza. Good. The Jazz were bad. They're going to get 2. The only person that you can feel bad for is the Pacers. The Pacers made a trade for Ivica Zubac in the beginning of the year, or the middle of the year, and they ended up trading away their pick rights because they weren't in that top tier. So they gave their draft pick away to the Clippers, and the Clippers got 5 overall. But number 4, the Bulls with the number 9 odds, they end up getting number 4, which puts them in line to get one of Caleb Wilson, Cameron Boozer, or Darius Acuff Jr., which, As the new what do you call it? Front office comes into town, new coach and stuff like that. This is a good way to start it. Please take Caleb Wilson. I keep saying Williams.
Well, that's easy to
double
Caleb Walters guy, I tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I could see the Bulls. I could see a Reinsdorf of Reinsdorfs here and them stepping in and be like, no, his daddy played here. Make sure you take him. He could sell a lot of jerseys and soda pops.
Well, and he's got the highest floor. You know he's going to be pretty good in the NBA. I just don't see him being like a star player for a team, that kind of stuff. Caleb Wilson injured for the tournament, so a lot of people didn't see him. But like as far as him playing in the regular season and him at the combine, you're like, this guy's a stud. 6'9", long. He can shoot. He can drive the lane. He can play some defense. Consensus 5-star recruit. Good. He's good. Just is what it is.
Like, listen, if you're getting picked in the top 5, aren't you a consensus 5-star?
It should be. Not always. You know who was picked at number 4? Last time the Bulls had the pick?
Patrick Williams.
Right. So count your lucky stars.
Well, you just hope they don't mess it up, man.
I agree.
Maybe you could package every second-round draft pick you traded this year and move up to the first pick in the draft with your 4th pick, and everybody will be like, oh, yeah, all those
so the conversation is that the Utah Jazz are trying to put up a trade package to get number 1 so they can get AJ DeBanson and keep him in Utah. Because he plays at BYU.
Well, so I guess AJ DeBanson was, in fact, at this lottery pick ceremony thing and seemed like he had the light removed from his eyes when he saw that the Wizards got the first pick in the draft.
Yeah, but now if he goes to the Wizards, he plays with AD and Trae Young and Alexander Sarr. Like, that's not a horrible team anymore.
I'm just saying, who wants to live in Washington, D.C.?
Some people.
But then again, who wants to live in Utah?
I agree.
All right. No offense to the Utah.
AJ DeBanson is like, do I want to stay in Utah? He'd rather be at D.C. because he's from Georgia. So at least he can go back to Georgia.
True. Very true.
If you're in Utah, you're in the middle of nowhere.
When is the draft? When do we get the draft?
I think it's like 4 or 3 months away, something like that. We got some time.
Yeah, usually it's in May or June, so time will tell.
After the what's it called?
June 23rd in
that
New
makes
York
sense.
City.
It's after the end of the season, obviously, because they got to know what happens with the championship. So,
well, when in doubt, the Bulls will bowl. Vince. Hockey. Not only are the NBA playoffs in full effect, NHL playoffs are in full effect, and we don't have Little Vince this week, but we do have you and me, man, and that's all.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We're just gonna we're gonna talk about what we kind of know. One thing we definitely know is that we already talked about it, but Philly, Carolina.
Man, Philly is just they're going through it right now.
Yeah, it's fine. They both got to the second round. Congratulations, Carolina. Kind of expected that to happen from our side of it. At least I know young, old, little Vince had that to be in the case. The rest of them are kind of fun. Avalanche are going to win this series. It feels like that. I can't believe Minnesota took 1 from them, honestly, but this should be wrapped up quickly. Really, the 2 conversations are the Buffalo and Montreal and the Vegas-Anaheim one. Vegas-Anaheim, I feel like it's going 7. Buffalo, I think they're going to win within the next 2 games, if I had to assume. I just like them, though.
Vince, your Buffalo prophecy might be in the works here.
There's no doubt about it. They don't beat Carolina in the next round. They just don't.
You don't know, man. Carolina's had almost like a week and a half off. So granted, in hockey, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. You want to keep that mo going. And Montreal Canadiens are keeping a hell of a good series alive here. I think that's another series that could go the distance.
Well, that's the thing. Canadiens go and play at home and they beat them 6-2.
I understand. But then, then you go and you see the Sabres play them last night, Tuesday night, and they win 3-2.
Basically, if it's a close game, the Sabres are going to win. If it's not a close game, if it's a 5-1 win or a 6-2 win, the Canadiens are going to win.
Now, I don't know if necessarily the Wild Avalanche series is over. The Avalanche are so dang good. It's like they're almost the Thunder equivalent of hockey.
That one game on Saturday was like, it felt like a fluke. The Wild scored 5 goals. I was like, what the hell's going on? It doesn't make any fucking sense. And outside of that, the Avalanche have kind of taken care of them,
Some nights that hockey will get the most of you. There's no doubt.
I mean, 5-2, Wild win 5-1, and then outside of that, it's like, Avalanche scoring 5 goals in every fucking game. You can't beat them every time.
There's a lot of scoring going on in these series. They do, in fact, play tonight. So by the time this podcast drops, this series could very well be over. So, Vince, your prediction: Colorado wins it. It's over tonight.
I think it's. Well, they can wash it out tonight, right? Yeah, I think it's over tonight.
It's over tonight. Granted, they're at home. Wild could be, in for something here, but then again, they just dropped.
Wild are a good
home.
team. Colorado's very good as fuck, though.
Yeah, I know, and the Wild are a little hurt right now. So there's some things to be said about that they're down some of their key players. So as we talk about being down key players, the Knights last night, this was a hell of a game. There were some guys lost pretty early on as far as a defenseman that just did not come back in the game, actually on a technical. So hold on. His name...
One of those be nice deals. You're not being very nice.
So Jeremy Luzin, was booted from last night's game.
All right.
So that was a fun one.
Still won the game.
Yep, absolutely. Won it in overtime, and they had so many opportunities to just totally get this game done in real time, but they didn't. And then, they're a fast team. Anaheim's an incredibly young and fast team. That's the best way I could put it. The Knights are old and riddled, where
grizzled
the Ducks are young and fun.
Yeah. I want the Ducks to win it. I think, it's going to go to Vegas if they go to Game 7. I'll give it to Vegas. I want the Ducks to win, but I think Vegas wins this.
Pavel Dorofeev Dorofev. I don't even know. Dorofeev, 2 goals, 2 shots, or 4 shots on goal.
Yep.
Was like the hero of this game.
Dog, get out there and score, my guy.
Absolute dog. So we'll have to see what happens here next, Vince. I do believe that there is an instance where you do see a Western Conference Finals of the Avs and the Knights. That's where I'm looking right now. And then before you know it, could be Carolina and Colorado.
Yeah. I think Colorado wins the whole thing. They're kind of on an OKC run right now. That's how it feels.
Okay. Well, there's that hockey. NFL schedule release.
Yeah, buddy.
Just dropped.
Bears have the hardest schedule in the entire NFL.
So the NFL is doing this where they just give you nuggets. So the full schedule will be announced the day of this podcast dropping.
Right.
So May 14th,
Thursday, big schedule release show. You're like, all right. Okay.
So it's just a reason for all the NFL subsidiaries to make some money and get some eyes. But there have been some early releases. So to start the season, Game 1, Monday night, Week 1, we got the Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you believe Justin Fields is going to be the starting quarterback of that game, or do you believe Patrick Mahomes is back?
I imagine Mahomes is back, but I don't know. I haven't looked into his injury much. We're in the offseason. Let me know in training camp.
49ers go to Melbourne for the first NFL game ever in Australia for a regular season. Melbourne, Australia.
Do they say Melbourne?
I don't know. Is it goofy and Irish? If you wear bucket hats, you get made fun of, like Shane Gillis. So we got a LA battle. So that's the 49ers and the Rams. Baltimore and the Cowboys play in Rio de Janeiro.
Ooh.
And what everybody thought was going to be the Bears and the Falcons in Madrid is now the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. Bears don't have a game in off U.S. soil. Thank God.
That's kind of nice. I will take it.
I don't want to wake up at 8 o'clock. I don't want to wake up at 8 a.m.
The last time we did play a game that early, Vince, what happened?
Jacksonville, we won, right?
Yeah, we just pumped Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And then Thanksgiving, of course, the Cowboys and the Eagles are going to play one. And then I would just love to see the Bears and the Lions.
Maybe.
It's always a fun one.
First time the Bears played the Lions last year was not good. So
Did you also see?
I don't like when my team plays on Thanksgiving because if they lose, it sucks.
Yeah, then Thanksgiving is just a nice excuse just to be sad,
be
drunk.
Mad. Yeah.
Get drunk and be sad and mad and just swear at the TV for a little while.
Essentially.
Because the last time that happened, think about it, it was the ever flush miss of the timeout.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we don't have to think about that anymore. We don't have that anymore. We have Benji.
Speaking of the Bears, did you see what secret Bajent man stated, or the Tyson Bajent?
If you're a backup quarterback, you shouldn't be talking about anybody winning any Super Bowl.
Why you making statements, bro? Move in silence like lasagna.
That ain't your job, Tyson. That ain't your job.
Not his job at all. What is he doing? He goes on a podcast and saying the 2027 Bears will be the NFC affiliate. Because
I like the confidence, but like you're not that guy.
He may not even be on the team come.
I thought he was going to get traded because people were just valuing him really high. So he could be.
He might not be on the team come October.
I like him as a backup, but just don't be going out there saying that shit.
Listen, I think he's great. I think he's maybe one of the better backups in all the NFL. He got paid. Good for him. It's a blessing. But dude, don't be out here making statements. That's all I got.
Especially if you're not going to have any effect on the game.
I fear the Maloik.
Me too.
I fear the Maloik.
We've gotten so many bad things have happened to us. I don't need any other, prophecies. Like I don't need that shit.
And not only that, we do have the toughest schedule in the NFL. All of the NFL on paper.
Yeah, right. From last year's win-loss, we have the hardest schedule. So let's not make it any harder, bud. But if they get through that, then they can beat anybody. That's the only consolation.
Time will tell. If you're afraid of the Maloik, if you're afraid of a potential kibosh on the season, give us a call. Let us know what you think. 312-725-2107. That's the Taxi Squad hotline. Leave us a voicemail. Maybe we'll play it on the show. Maybe you'll be like Chicago Joe, or in this week's occurrence, Alan. What's his name?
Alan Landcroft, crooner.
Alan Landcroft, driving crooner, baby.
Yeah, dude, he's a crooner. Don't forget.
Well, we thank Alan. We thank Alan for joining us. And we thank you for joining us once again. And as always, see you next week.
Beesh.
Talking Tales with Mike and Vince. Oh, you know. Jazzy beats while we dispense. Yeah, you know.